All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is November 14th, 2023. My name is John Carrigan. We're going to do the BYOB Trading Room Wrap Up. All right. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, by the way, public e-learning tonight in the free room, 8 p.m. Rick's going to talk about T-line bounce. All right, in the free room. Everybody out there in YouTube and Rumble. All right. So let's take a look at what we got here in the market. So here's the SPY. All right. Ripping away from T-line, ripping away from 3 EMA. Huge candle. And I'm telling you, traders, is I always do better when I fill these candles in. Okay, so we left off here and we gapped up. You want to see the size of the move, fill in the candle. Okay, so what do we got here on the candle? Biggest candle where? At the end of the move. Doesn't mean that that's the end, but I'm telling you, typically, that's the end of the move. Typically. Doesn't mean that it is. It's not set in stone. But here we are with the move. Biggest candle at the end. All right. I have puts. I have 450 puts. I have 439 puts that are like way underwater. Hopefully the 450s and the 439s will meet in the middle and I can get out with a small profit. All right. So there's SPY. Okay. We have an uptrend in SPY. All right. We have a higher high. No higher low yet. We have a higher high. All right, so SPY is in an uptrend. Now notice, here's the downtrend line. And the one candle to make that higher high is a huge spike through. What would I look for? I would look for price action to kind of pull back. Let me get my other arrow. All right, kind of pull back and make little candles coming back. Let me try a different one. All right, because I want you to see what I'm looking for. I would look for maybe a doji right here, and then maybe a pullback, several candles, pull back to the backside of this line right here, and then J hook off of it and re-challenge those highs. Okay, that's what I would be looking for. All right. It's not going to happen in one day. It may happen in one day, but I would look for this to melt down onto the backside of this. Now, what is the other scenario that could happen? All right. The other scenario that could happen is we could just kind of melt like this and start another downtrend on the backside of this downtrend, but just a little bit higher. All right, that's a possibility as well. All right, so there's two possibilities. There's three. You could have a flush all the way back to support. And where would support be for me? For me, support would be right through here. Okay, not to mention it will find some support right through there. What would be good support? Good support would be this battery of candles right here and here. Okay? Good question, May. So let's trash that. And let me box in. See this? These two boxes right here should offer good support right across the tops of those. Okay, so don't be surprised if we come back and spike this area 3 or 4 days later and tap the top side of these two boxes right here. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. All right, that might happen. It's a very good possibility that happens. All right, so there's SPY. All right, so let's get rid of that. Let's move this out of the way. Now let's go look at, notice we had partial gap fill right here. So one of my targets was 450.54, and we may hit it tomorrow morning. So we'll see what happens. All right. So there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. One too many Qs. Okay, here's QQQ again. Fill in the candle. Nice gap up. All right, making higher highs. QQQ now in an uptrend. All right. So QQQ now in an uptrend, headed back towards, I don't know, what is that? All-time highs up there? That's crazy, isn't it? Look at that. Are those the all-time highs? No. All right, we got some better highs over here. Still, nonetheless, look at this bull flag. Let's back out. Look at this bull flag. See how the flag slants slightly to the back, to the downside? All right, and then rips to the upside. You see that? See how it moves up, but then the slant is like this, and then it rips to the upside. All right, that's a bull flag. Up, slant back, and then up. All right, nice bull flag there on the bigger time frames. All right, so up at prior highs here for this year. Nice move. Not near the all-time highs. All-time highs 408, I think. Yeah, 408. Okay, so SPY doing the magic today. Look at those 3 big candles right in a row on the weekly. Wow, getting it done. All right, so let's go back. Let's take a look at FNGU, because what moves the SPY and the QQQ is the FNGU. All right, this is like the engine right here for those two indices. This is the engine right there. So what do we got here? We kind of have the same thing if you look at it. All right, we got to move up. All right, and then a slant back, and then a breakout to the upside. All right, see that? That's perfect bull flag, slant back, and then breakout to the upside. So beautiful move there on FNGU. A little bit too fast, if you ask me, on QQQ, SPY, and FNGU. It's a little bit too fast. If they just kind of melt it up and grind up real slow, but if you hit it too fast, chances are they just fall back just as fast. So just be careful on this, all right? So let's trash that, move that out of the way. So what did we have in FNGU today? Well, we had a kind of sloppy beginning. And then the algos took over, and you can see this battery of, like, what was it, 7 or 8 candles to the upside, a 4-candle meltdown, and then 7 more candles to the upside, and then a 4-candle pullback right there. So still very bullish here on FNGU. All right, so FNGU doing, this is the engine, you know, for the SPY and the QQQ. So there's the intraday for FNGU. All right, let's take a look at, let's go back to our daily. Okay, FNGU is in an uptrend because it made a higher high. All right, looking for that pullback higher low to see where that settles out at. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow is also in an uptrend. See that? Making the higher high. All right, and then we've got a head and shoulders neckline right here. All right, let's extend that. Okay, so closing above that neckline is a big deal for Diamond Dow right there. See that? There's your head and shoulders neckline, and maybe that belongs right about there. Let me correct it, and right about there. Okay, so closing well above the neckline is a big deal. So that looks good for Diamond Dow. Now it just needs to hold it up there and then make a higher high. That's the next step. Hold this uptrend and make a higher high. All right, that's a lot of work to do. All right, but there's Diamond Dow in an uptrend, breaking the downtrend line and the neckline, all with 1 day's price action. Let's take a look at IWM. Okay, we're going to be watching this one for an MMRP. All right, so we're going to fill this in. Notice that it's right into resistance. All right, so be careful with this one. All right, so we're going to fill this in. And it ended here, and here's our candle up. So big Maribuzu candle up. Marching orders for IWM for tomorrow is to watch for the follow through. All right, that's what we're looking for, is the follow through for IWM tomorrow. Okay, now be careful. All right, because still under the downtrend line. Is it in an uptrend? Yes, because it made a higher high, but it has not cleared the downtrend line yet. So not quite out of the woods yet. Got a lot of them that have spiked the downtrend line, not quite out of the woods yet. Okay, so be careful, especially on SPY and QQQ. QQQ is doing much better than SPY, but SPY has spiked the downtrend line. Same with IWM. Right now, just nailing it, you know, kind of headbutting it right there. So we'll see if they can get follow through tomorrow. There's IWM. All right, now something to report, because we have the transports have, oh, they couldn't do it. Okay, transports attacking the highs to make the higher high. Transports couldn't quite get it done, but still a nice Maribuzu candle right there. So look for the follow through in IYT right into resistance here. I would have liked to seen them come up and close above it, but couldn't quite get it done. But let me just say on XLF, so this is still in a downtrend, okay, because we haven't made a higher low yet or a higher high. Okay, so still in a downtrend on the transports. Financials got the job done today. All right, here's financials making the higher high. All right, so they broke the trend by making the higher high. Now, question is, where are they in relation to the trend line? So this is our diagonal resistance right here. And you can see they made the higher high, but they spiked. They haven't cleared it. The nice thing is they're closing above it, but we need full candles over the downtrend line. All right? Really nice spike, but it doesn't put them in the clear yet till we start seeing full candles over the downtrend line. Nice, we got a full candle over this resistance, the support line. Right now was resistance before we opened up today, and now we've got a full candle up over the resistance, which now should act as support. And that's what we need to do. We need to test that and test the backside of this downtrend line to see if it will actually act as support. The backside of the downtrend line and this resistance that we broke through needs to be tested to make sure that it's going to hold. After that holds, then it's game on for the bulls on XLF. All right, transports not quite ready yet. Financials, wow, doing good. SMH. SMH is in an uptrend. All right, SMH breaking the downtrend line and got a little bit of follow through here. So here's your big Maribuzu candle and got a follow through up at the end. So nice move on SMH. All right, so SMH in an uptrend now. All right, let's take a look at one other thing. I got to go here. All right, but I want to cover this before I come in tomorrow. And I want you to see this one right here. So blow this up, and they probably do it to me again. Yep. All right. So this is what I want you to see is the U.S. dollar index. All right. And there it is right there. All right. So here's our July rally. Then we started to consolidate over 105.50. We couldn't make the higher high right here. So then we go back and we're going to test this area right here. So you can see here's the U.S. dollar getting weaker. And anytime the U.S. dollar gets weaker, it makes our goods and services more competitive on the global arena, especially in the global economies, because then we can compete with countries that have cheaper labor force or cheaper materials. So there it is, U.S. dollar having a huge pullback today. I would look for this to kind of settle out, probably right here at this rising 200. We'll see if that can catch the price action for the U.S. dollar and shoot it back up, or maybe let it pass through. We'll have to see. But it's a big reason we had a huge rally, not to mention the CPI data. But right here, falling dollar, I think provided us with a nice Christmas rally here in the markets from the falling dollar. All right, so that's it for me for today, traders. I will see a lot of you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Everybody out there in YouTube land, click the thumbs up. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, everybody, for being here. All right, I'll see you tomorrow morning.